Hey, what's going on, everyone? Astrologer Eric Rosen here for Viking Rising Astrology. This is your daily horoscope for Tuesday, October 29th, 2024. I think I was trying to do some Halloween implications there, but then it felt weird and creepy, which, it could be a little creepy today if you get a little hasty in making decisions, maybe emotionally weighing things out, just acting a little bit too quick, acting a little a fool. That is because the moon is going to be going through Libra. It's crossing the south node, and it's going to be a dark moon, a balsamic moon for most of the day, which is that period where our emotions are just kind of not really fully there, offline, the subconscious understanding. We haven't quite arrived fully at the new moon energy. That's that 2.5 day period, this dark balsamic moon before a new moon that's in Scorpio. So what I want to say is that, rather than rush making a decision, especially to just get something off your plate, to people please, like to just have that conversation, to just like move on to the next thing. It's like slow your roll, make today like a koi pond, just sort of reflect and watch the fishes just sort of swim through as Mars in shadows making this beautiful trine over to Neptune and Pisces. And so, Mars in Cancer to Neptune and Pisces is a very beautiful flow of where we can like kind of witness what is really going on emotionally, but the truth doesn't really come till this new moon. And so we almost have to kind of just like take things in. It reminds me, because Neptune rules media, it's like watching the trailers or clips of a movie that's being advertised, and it's like, don't make a decision that it's going to be a blockbuster hit or that you're going to go see it or it's going to be a great movie, because you don't really know, right? You're just getting like little bits and pieces. And especially with Mars also getting into that opposition with Pluto, which is the ruler of Scorpio, it's like we really just don't fully know where things are actually going. So I just want to caution everyone for this next couple of days, like there's going to be stuff coming through, right? There's always kind of a knowing of the energy that's building towards a new moon, but it's like, don't rush it. It's like, get the ducks in a row, observe, take notes, see if you can start to see if there's a theme, but also don't force it with the ego too, to kind of just like sit back and observe and literally just like let things drop in. It's that kind of day. It's definitely not a day to force, push, especially trying to get to the justice or harmony or beauty of life, or even just some creative endeavor or financially related, thing. It's just kind of like, it's a go with the flow type thing. But I'd say more than anything, it's like the more that we can carve out time of reflection to not like overdo it, because then we're almost just like really subconsciously sabotaging if we're taking too much action on a day like today. If you can create the space and the free time in your day to reflect, that's the ideal thing. Challenge is, in this human journey on Earth, most of us like to keep packing things in, or even in the moments where we're not doing something productive, maybe we're getting distracted by this thing. So this is stay present, be mindful of the aesthetics of the experience that you're having. If you don't like it, ask why, maybe do some journaling on it. These are all just like really good tools and practices for getting more discernment and like what is going to be the theme for this honest, deep truth. That this is almost like the preliminary, get the ducks in a row for the shadow work that's going to need to really be done over this next month, of most of the month of November being not only this new moon in Scorpio energy, pretty much the whole month, but also Pluto in Capricorn. And then also having a new moon with that Mars opposed Pluto. So there's definitely emotional depths to go through, but you know it, I know it. You can't force the emotional, intuitive understanding. It just kind of drops in when it drops in. So the best way to create the space for that is by letting the things drop in, being observant of it, but don't let the mind meddle and get in the way and try to take it and especially create false evidence. Like eureka, it's this thing, this will be the beautiful thing, and that if I do this and decide this and go this direction, that's what I need to do. And it's like, don't do like preemptive strikes on days like today. And in the meantime, it's like you just keep doing what you know that is on your plate. This is not about putting, to use another metaphor, like extra helpings on the plate at the buffet. It's just take what you like, what you know that you like, and if you have room for more, then you can go back and try those things, but don't like overload your plate because your eyes are too big for your stomach, because that's where the peace, the harmony, the calm within that I think we all really desperately need right now, whether that's even just our own energy slowing down in our central nervous systems, to receive the codes that I think are not coming in, but already like within us, but to just like tap into those things at a body level and to not get swept up into the mind, to go, okay, well, Neptune and Uranus are making aspects again. So it's like, in order to get the spiritual, intuitive understanding of where to take the best approach to our reality, that's dream-like, flow-like, it's backed by God, backed by spirit, it's going to be in having, I'll say, copious amounts of grounding. Right now, the way through this is what's the most grounded approach. So it's like, when in doubt, if you're bored, not busy, or you feel like reflecting is not the thing to do in the moment, then what can you do physically that creates a sense of wealth but still spiritually, intuitively guided? Is it eating healthier food? Is it getting some rest? Is it doing something creative that earns, prosperity for yourself, right? Like, that could be applied to a job, a business situation, It's just, it looks how it looks. So if you want to get an astrology reading, that link will be down below. Those are on deck. But the thing that I'm most excited to share in the wizardry concoction that I've been doing for the past few days is this Destiny Tug of War, how to not play small. When the nodes shift next year, when you have 3 outer planets all changing signs, this is a highly imaginative time to see where your reality could go. But if you really want to know how to not F this up, for your sun sign, for your rising sign, I'm doing this for all 12 signs. I'm going to look at how those outer planets are shifting, how the nodes are shifting, and how to basically stay on a spiritual destined path, to not play small, to not get swept into distractions and darkness and all of it. And this isn't about trying to save anyone or convince anyone that's already decided that they're staying plugged into the matrix. This is more so about the understanding that people, a lot of people already know. I've been channeling it since 2020. A lot of other channels put it out there, astrologers. 2025 is the year. It's the vortex year. It's that moment of no return. It's the big year that we've all been looking forward to, in terms of those like rooting for the new earth, for being ready for the change, those that have been doing their studying of their soul, the spiritual work, the shadow work, the hopefully creating and positioning yourself as someone that is using their gifts of what you've learned about yourself as a spiritual being, and that's original as fuck. This is going to test that. This is going to test, do you really know how to be spiritually original? How does that show up in your life? How to innovate on every possible level, on how you even do that. And then also, you could say even the ways to communicate that, how to express that, how to connect all of that together, to connect to you can call it the mycelial web of all the interconnectedness of all things. I'm going to cover all that for your sun sign. So I'm not even probably giving it the proper energy and enthusiasm that it deserves. I'll probably do that in future videos, because if you can't make the live, because the live is on the same day that you're going to be watching this at 5 p.m. Central Time, there will be a recording available. So whether you make the live or you don't, purchase at any time. But this is looking at astrology from now through March and into pretty much most of next year. Like, I'm giving you the keys, like at least like the self-starter keys to how to start to pay attention to what your 2025 is going to be like. But more so, this is for those self-starters that want to look ahead and bridge their vision and intuition into like connecting those things to create that, to position yourself and be like, yep, spirit, I'm vibing up, I'm doing my work, doing my energetic hygiene, I'm doing my whatever you feel called to do that you know is in alignment, my meditations, having these conversations, ending these toxic connections or relationships or job situations. I'm doing all the things, I'm ready. It's positioning yourself vibrationally. That's the name of the game. And so that way, when the switch flips, things start to become way more real. All this artificial intelligence starts booting up, because Pluto and Aquarius, we can't run from it. And that you have your spiritual connection so that you will never become artificial intelligence yourself, because you are a sovereign being and you understand your potential, your purpose of what it is that you're here to do. That's what I'm going to be going through. So it's $9. The link will be down below. Catch the live, catch the recording. Either way, love you all. And I will see you either tonight if you catch live, or I'll see you on the next horoscope. Take care.